like ESPN, like sitting on the couch in the morning and stuff, like First Take, or like you see ESPN, certain news breaking, certain this breaking, and then like you go into the locker room and it's just like everybody's just doing it. It's like it's not like deep. I saw an accident, like completely. It was bad, and then I saw like 3 more. Just I almost got in one. I'm driving in the far left lane, and there's just a car there. Yeah, it's just
just sitting there.
Just no lights, nothing. It was crazy.
It's not really about the weather. It's about like the traffic and the people.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
it's not really worth it. Like
that's what I'm saying. California,
we can probably drive in that weather, but a lot of other people can't. So it's like you have to do that.
That's
I
exactly
don't understand
what it was.
what switch flips. Like
it's the mental, bro.
Right? I don't understand. Like
we're not used to it, man. Like it's
we're not.
Every day of 90+ degree weather for 90% of the year, and when it does rain, or if it's even foggy around here, don't even mention fog because people can't drive in that.
I feel like this is the worst. Well, yeah, this is like the worst winter we've had in a minute.
Yeah,
it's not even that bad.
The last couple have been bad.
But like, I feel like the sun hasn't been out as much as I thought it was, at least last year. Maybe I'm tripping.
I know my solar's struggling right now. With the sun.
Really pushing.
Bro, last year, because I remember coming back from last year for work out, and it was like hot.
Yeah.
I remember that clearly. But yeah, now the sun's gloomy and stuff. I can't even wash my car. Like, gotta wait a few weeks.
Had to bring up your car.
Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. No, I didn't mean it like that.
Hey, Sneaky, you pulled up, in the new Tesla. It's a Tesla, right?
Tesla.
Yeah, pulled up in the new Tesla, and Kenny goes, "Oh, he got a new car. I'm a roaster."
Bro, Kenny,
I always gotta keep
Kenny like my OG. So it's like, bro, ever since we even started like just working out and stuff, like he's always on my ass.
And that's it.
Always.
We talked about it last week with Jake Gatewood, like the AP OGs. If you earn that, kind of like, I don't know, badge of honor of working out at AP, putting in the work and actually making it, because Central Valley, there's a lot of athletes, but it's not like LA or Texas or all these big where what's Exos or like the big time ones where all those guys go and it's just dudes after dudes. Here, if you work hard, you produce it, you make it, and then you always come back, and then you love talking a little trash with the people that you earned it with,
and you love seeing the next guy.
Yeah.
Right. That's the big thing where it was like, that's kind of what like drew me to Alex was. I remember him coming in right when he transferred from Fresno, transferred from UCLA
to Fresno.
Yeah,
it was bad.
I was like, who is this guy? Why are we taking this guy? Like, this guy's never gonna see the field,
bro.
And honestly, I was just like, man, like, and then just kept growing and growing, and then like we didn't see each other for 3 or 4 years, and then I remember him coming back. And I would always watch like Fresno State and watch the O-line and everything. I'm like, man, this guy's like, okay, like Bull is getting all this, the other tackle was getting all this love and everything. I was like, I think Alex is better.
I remember this conversation. I remember talking to you about this.
And then like he came and worked out with me and asked me to like put him through some O-line stuff. And I just saw him grow like so fast. And take like coaching and all that kind of stuff, because that's what you want. You want people that are coachable and work hard. Like you can't teach that. Like I can teach somebody to step with their right foot, but I can't teach somebody to how hard they're going to work. And that was one thing that he just like took off and took in stride. And like that's why I like Alex personally, and I give him so much shit because if I didn't like him, I wouldn't talk to him. You know what I mean? Like that's how I am.
Yeah. That's Kenny's big thing. If he's nice to you, he probably doesn't like you.
Right. Yeah. Nah, I take it. Kenny, he treats me like it's just humbling, and I need that. Somebody got to do it, so I'm grateful for that. But that's the most kindest words he's ever said to me. So I'm gonna take that for sure. But now,
it's only because we're live and
right. But now, when I came from UCLA, bruh, because I wasn't playing football for a whole year, so I went from ACL to not playing football for that 3rd year. Then I transferred over, so it was just like kind of like restarting everything over again. So it took me like some years just to get back in that groove. But like once I like got that opportunity, I was like, I'm not letting this go.
And when I remember one day you were just like coming to like work, you came in to like work out with me, like specifically, and Dave was like, just take this guy in your wing a little bit. And I remember you getting under like the bench and like trying to like lift weight, like it was like 185, and you were struggling. And
I was depressed, bro. Like,
I was like, what is going on?
Before I came in, like I ain't told, bro. I was depressed. Like, I went from like, so Chip Kelly was the coach at UCLA. I went from him telling me, yo, like, pretty much he doesn't believe in me. Like, I should go somewhere else. He doesn't see me playing at all. Doesn't see me making it to the next level. So I went from that, like, damn, UCLA, that's the school I wanted to go to like, I'm not even like on the team for real. So I had that whole period I was depressed, didn't eat, lost so much weight, I was skinny, like just was at home with my mom chilling, like would go to class and that's it, go back home, like didn't even want to be around people. You know how that's go, like when you don't play football, that's all you do, and you don't have that no more. Like a lot of people just like, I just shut down, bro. So went from that, then I pulled up to Fresno, God gave me another chance. Yeah, bro, I was weak, a lot of things, bro, but just kept pushing. COVID year helped too, and just kept going from there.
Talk about that like transition from like UCLA to Fresno and how that kind of happened, how like who gave you your shot, and like how that kind of like transpired, because you kind of talked about it, like Chip Kelly pushed you out of UCLA, or your dream school, all that kind of stuff. And then how did Fresno kind of come into the picture?
I mean, it was humbling, really. So went from not playing at all, and then I was really supposed to go to JUCO. So I was just gonna I'm gonna get this degree from UCLA. I'm sorry, I have to. Like, so I graduated in 3 years instead of 4, excelled that, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go JUCO, ball out, and get a D1, because I was getting a lot of D2s, a lot of HBCUs and stuff. No disrespect to them, but like, I just knew like I could do.
D1 guy.
Yeah, I'm a D1 guy. I knew it for a fact. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do JUCO. I was already doing like spring ball with them and stuff. Like, you know, their spring ball, they don't have pads on, like. But like they still going full force. I was killing shit. I ain't gonna lie. But like a lot of coaches, a lot of coaches pulling up and stuff. And then that's when Grubb hit me up. He's with the Seahawks now. Congrats to him, bro.
With the Seahawks, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Like, what, 4 years he's in? Yep. Yeah. But he hit me up. I drove up the next day. Did a workout. Told me they didn't have a spot for me. I would have to walk on.
This is at Fresno State?
This is at Fresno State. This was like a random weekend. Just like, yo, can you come up? I was like, absolutely, bro. Next day, pulled up, worked out, told me they didn't have a spot for me. I was like, well, I'm not going to walk on. Once again, like, I believe more. I'm going to just go JUCO. Went home. Then, like, literally 2 weeks, like a week later, he called me. One of the cats dislocated his shoulder in his sleep. So it was like, okay, we could put him on medical, whatever. So now we have a spot, bro. I'm telling you, bro, everything, bro. There's so much. Like I'm really like, I'm not even saying everything, bro. But it's like that shit was crazy. So then I literally came up the next day, met Tedford, talked to me. He was like, yeah, we got a spot for you if you want it. I'm like, absolutely. I remember clearly because I came with my athletic director from high school, Miss Berman. Shout out to her. Came with her, and then like. Got the offer, went back in the car, started bawling, started crying, because that was the only offer like I really got. Yeah. I was gonna go JUCO like that. So that was that process, and fast forward, it worked out, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
So now when you're like where you are now, second year in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. When you look back to that moment, how do you feel now? Do you feel proud? Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel like you still have a lot more to give and like to represent to help others? How do you feel now in this moment?
Bro, I feel accomplished, but I feel like I'm in this same predicament in a way, mentally wise, like, and I'm cool with that. I'm comfortable with being that. So like I'm just transitioning the same way I felt coming into Fresno State when I had to prove myself, the same exact thing in the league. I have to prove myself in that exact same manner. Same thing, undrafted. Only place that wanted me. Had to come and work out for the Commanders. And like a whole bunch of guys was there and they picked me. So it's like, okay, no signing bonus. Just come here. You're really a body for training camp. Worked through that P squad, worked up, got moved up. Then this last season got moved up a few more games. So it's like, it's the exact same mentality, and I'm comfortable. A lot of people are not comfortable with that, but like I'm cool with that, and I know once I get my opportunity, I'm gonna take it for sure.
And that's a good place to be in too, because I've lived that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's
I've lived it too, and knowing that you've already been through the shit and you're already ahead of when somebody else goes through the shit.
Yeah.
So like that was a big thing with me where it was like at the end of my career, it took me a while to get there for sure. Because I didn't have all that stuff go through college. I committed to Fresno State early, came here, started 2 years, like whatever. It was fine. Didn't get drafted, got cut 30 times, in the NFL. But it was around like year 5 or 6. I was just like, fuck it. Like, what's the worst they're gonna do? What are they gonna do? Cut me again? Like I've already been through it. Like it's already happened. So it's like all I can do is control what I can control. Go out there, work my ass off. And ball, and I mean that's what you've been doing, because you went from we'll get into this too, but didn't go straight to the NFL out of college.
Yeah, no, that's
so
what
like,
I'm saying. Yeah,
so
damn,
like
I forgot about
you went
that.
undrafted, and then you had to go to, and no NFL team wanted you at all.
Dude, not
even a free agent.
No.
So like there's another chip on your shoulder too. So you had to go to the USFL and or XFL, whatever it was at the time.
USFL, yeah.
Talk a little bit about that, like the mentality of like, all right, yeah, you're supposed to get this shot, right? You're supposed to get this opportunity to go to the NFL, and then draft happens, no phone call. Week after draft happens, no phone call.
Because you did your prep and everything at AP, right?
I did my prep and everything.
Yeah,
everything at AP with all the guys. D Bland, who else was there? There was a lot of good guys over there.
That was a good group.
It was a really good group, bro. It was a really good group. Dang, what happened? Thought I had a pretty good pro day. I thought I had a really good pro day.
And that was the thing too, like, because when we were working together, I was like, you grew from the time I saw you like in the season to like when we ended, and I was like, all right, this dude's ready.
Right,
like, this dude can play.
Yeah.
I know he can play.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Dave, I was like, this is the best offensive lineman that you've brought to me, like to work with.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
And I mean the body of work isn't that great, so you didn't have too hard of people to beat out.
You talk.
He's only worked with high school players.
Only worked with a few guys.
I mean, dang. All right. Well,
no, it is true. I remember Kenny talking to me about it, and because we would ask Dave, like, who's got a chance, who's got this, and Kenny would say, dude, he's got a really good chance. Like, honestly, he was his like feet and his strength is not there right now, but watch, like, when I'm done, he will be there. And Kenny called it. He said that you weren't there, but by the end you were, and like all the work that you did paid off in the end.
Yeah, nah. Damn, what was I about to say? I was about to say something.
USFL or XFL.
Oh yeah, USFL, man. Dang. Yeah, I remember draft day because I knew I wasn't gonna get drafted, even though I feel like I had a really good year, first team all conference, everything, no Senior Bowl invites at all. Yep. I'm calling, I'm like, what's going on? I don't know, bro. There's so much like stuff behind the scenes that you kind of don't know about with like just scouting, and the scouting world is a whole different world too, because you would think the best guy gets picked. Man. Not at all. It's a whole different world over there, man. But besides that, so no calls, nothing. I remember my agent hit me up and was like, yo, it's either you wait till training camp and wait for somebody to get hurt, or I got this USFL deal right now. I remember the O-line coach hit me up, said we need a starter. You will be our starter. I pulled up on a Tuesday, played on that Saturday. Oh, shit. Same week, got the pass, just straight to it. Fuck it, just grinding.
Sounds like baseball. You literally show up. All right, you're starting tomorrow.
Yeah,
cool. Same thing happened with me at the UFL.
Oh yeah,
same thing.
Yeah, it was like
that's that whole stay ready mentality. Like you gotta stay ready because you never know when it's gonna happen.
It was like a JUCO feel too, though, bro.
Dude, I pulled up and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm size 18 cleats. Yeah, and they're like, you didn't bring your cleats,
bro. I'm taping and spatting myself because we only have one trainer.
Yeah, I had to go to the Big Five and buy my own rolls of tape, bro.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, it was grimy, but it was like everybody there was like, bro, trying to make it. Like, it was still a good, like, everybody was cool, still a good environment, but it's like, the league just started, so like there was so many like kinks. Like, we're all in the same hotel. I bought a $20 air fryer in my hotel room, and I'm chefing in my hotel room. Bro, hot dogs, bro, burgers. I put a foil down. I would make like breakfast. I would put eggs in the foil, air fry the eggs, take it out, waffle, like full meals. Because I'm not like, bro, other guys were like DoorDashing every day. Didn't have it in me. They only gave us one meal. like one meal a day, our breakfast. So it was like, bro, it was really like get out the mud.
Tough,
but like,
tough.
nah, balled out.
With you guys, you got to keep in your weight and stuff. You got to eat a lot.
Right,
you can't just...
bro, man. But it worked out, bro. We made it to the. Bro, we was like, well, the Philadelphia Stars. RP to them, bro. They're not a team anymore.
Oh, really?
After the merger. RP to them. But yeah, they were like 3. They were like 3-3 when I got there, and then like afterwards we just like went on a streak, made it all the way to the championship, and then we lost. But it was a good.
When does that season start?
They're about to head to spring. They're about to head to training camp right now. So probably in the next month or two they'll start up.
So around the draft, they have already played like 6 games.
Yeah, so that's what it was. That's why I literally pulled up mid-season, like just right in the middle of the season. So it was like hot-ass Alabama. We was in Alabama, hot-ass Alabama, bro. Oh, my God. It was crazy.
Dude, and that was one of the things where I was like, man, there's no way that, like, this dude is not getting a shot.
Dude.
It blew my mind. Because I've seen some dudes come into like, training camps my 11 years in the league.
Dude.
And I was like, why, how is this dude even, like...
I wish it was transparent, bro. Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen it in your 2 years in the league, you know? Like... Man, dude, it's some of these dudes that
Some guys have great agents. Some guys just went to the right school. Because that's one thing I know. It's like some of these scouts really just be like, oh, you went to this school? Oh, he has to be good.
Yep.
It's like, all right, we'll just give him a knock. Or it's like, oh, these other teams are interested in him. Let us be interested in him too.
No doubt.
So now everybody's chasing the same guys. But I mean, it is what it is. But like, I'll say this, like, long road or not, if you're supposed to be there, you'll be there. If you continue to do what you're supposed to do, that's what I took. So I already know. So that's fine. Yeah.
So you end of USFL, you finally get a shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you get your shot at a training camp. You just finished a season, and now you're like, all right, now I got to go into a training camp.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so let's just work on a timeline here because I know that you two obviously know it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went. You finished at Fresno State.
Okay.
You went and started your draft prep at Athletic Performance with all the guys, Bland, all those good
Shout
players
out Dave.
there.
Yep.
And then you were doing your draft prep, waiting for the draft. Didn't get drafted. Went straight to the USFL.
So actually, I had a mini camp invite to the Cowboys.
That's right.
So I was there for 3 days.
Right after the draft, or
like.
Yes.
Yeah, like right after the draft. Yeah, like right after. So I didn't get no calls. My agent pulled some strings, so he called me probably like 4 days after the draft and was like, yo, I got this mini camp. It's something. I was like, shoot, I'll take it. So
how it kind of works is timeline, kind of NFL timeline. Yeah. It's draft happens, and then right after the draft, like literally the next day, free agent sign, right? Or the next hour after the draft, free agent sign. So there's like a day that goes by where all the undrafted free agents go, and that's probably another 200, 300 players, right?
Yeah.
It's a huge group because there's only like 200 and some players that get drafted,
yeah,
and then there's like 500, 600 total rookies going into the NFL at one time. So that's when all the rosters fill up. So teams are trying to fill up their 90-man roster to go into spring and summer and all that kind of stuff, and he went through that whole entire process, and all the teams filled up their 90-man rosters, and he didn't get a call.
Yeah.
So their first kind of thing when the rookies get there is they do a rookie mini camp.
Yeah.
Right. So there's like they bring in guys for a tryout. There's guys that are on the 90-man roster, and they bring in guys to kind of fill in the team.
Yeah, like
just
in
case,
just on the side, just like
yeah.
Usually none of those guys never make the team.
The percentage
maybe
is
one or two
low, like
because they got to come in and they got to impress the coaches just enough
in pretty much 2.5 days.
Yeah.
And some stuff has to happen, like broken collarbones in the sleeve.
Yeah.
Or something,
so,
like.
Crazy story. Austin Eckler, the running back for the Chargers.
Yes.
He was a 3-day rookie minicamp tryout guy.
Yeah.
I think I heard that, yeah.
So
he's a legend for that.
Yeah, for sure.
You do that, you're a legend.
A few guys that have done that.
Man, and you see a lot of guys in the league that went through that. Like, some of the best players weren't drafted or they were drafted last. You know, Tom Brady, Tony Romo. Like, a lot of these people... And it just goes to show you don't have to be a number 1 overall pick. I feel like it has a little bit more... pressure when you have the number 1 overall pick because in your guys' case you have nothing to lose. I'm gonna go. They have everything to lose because if they're not one of the best players, they have people talking. Kind of like we talked about Jake Gatewood last week. It's like when you're a first round pick, you have all these expectations, and when you don't live up to the expectations of other people's expectations for you, then you're a bust or you're not good or
you're thrown into the fire.
Yeah.
You're pretty much a starter first week.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have time to develop or nothing. So
I always said like guys like us had to make the team, they had to get cut.
They had to lose it. Yeah,
they had to get cut. So it's like that is like the hard part where they're already on the team and they're making the team. They got to be so bad.
What do you think's harder? Earning a spot or losing a spot? Like the pressure of losing your starting role, or the pressure of you have to ball out in order to make the team.
Earning to me.
I think earning is harder,
bro.
Yeah. Because if you go in and like you're a first through third round pick, there's no pressure of like being on the team because the team's already invested.
You have like a 3 year period where it's guaranteed you're on the team whether you're good or not.
You have a grace period where it's like, okay, this guy can have a few mistakes. Like but if like guys like us have mistakes,
it's gone.
Who's next? You know what I mean? Like our margin of error is so much smaller than those guys. They have all the time. Like they have probably bigger shoes to fill. Yeah. But
they have the job already.
They have the job.
As far as like having a job, they have less pressure because they have it.
Yep.
But I said like there's a different type of pressure.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say.
I won't say they have less pressure. They still have a lot of pressure, but probably more on just the outside world. I feel like, I don't know, it's a little tricky.
See, where the pressure came from me was like taking care of my family and like creating wealth for myself and putting myself all into this where those guys don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Oh, they're
you know what I mean? Like those guys
right after the draft.
You're a first round draft.
We're good.
You sign a paper, you get $10 million.
Like what's the movie where I think it's Warrior when he's like, if you don't knock this guy out, you lose your home. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Warrior. I gotta watch that.
Yep. Tom Hardy's just a freaking badass in there.
I gotta watch that.
And his brother, they ended up fighting each other at the end, but his brother is like losing, and then his trainer is like, if you don't knock this guy out in this round, you don't have a home. Yep. Like you lose everything if you don't knock this guy out. And then he goes and knocks him.
That's how I felt every practice, bro. That first year.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, I had a bad play, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was driving home. I was like, fuck. Like, I'm done. Like,
dude, I've had that thought so many times, bro.
Off of one play, I'm like, yeah, it's over. It's over.
That's the mentality of offensive linemen too, where we can have in a game, we could have 65 great plays,
bro, like, killing it.
You have one bad play, we had a horrible game. Yeah, I mean, same thing for a pitcher too, like right? Like you could be throwing lights out or whatever.
Yeah.
And
one bad pitch.
Yeah, at the park.
Guy hits it out the park, and you lose the game.
Yeah.
Like just how it could be. You know, like it's just, I don't know.
I mean, but it all comes down to, like having the opportunity. Number one, like you had it, and then you just work your ass off to try to earn a spot. Like, what else do you have to do? Oh, right. I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna go home. No, I'm gonna give it everything that I got.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you go to Dallas.
Bro, I balled out, dude. Oh my goodness, I balled out.
So you did good at Dallas, but they just didn't have a spot for you. It's just one of those things.
And trust me, I'm not like over exaggerating. I balled out to where like I pancaked the guy right in front of McCarthy, like boom. Looked at him. Son, you can't do that. We don't have pads on. Yeah. But like there's guys in the background like, oh yeah. I'm like, all right. I'm like, oh bet, because you got to make some type of statement. Yep. That was my whole thing. So like, fast forward the next day, my agent calls me. He's like, yo, like the scout guys are like you're moving heads and stuff. One of the staff comes up to me and is like, yo, you're like we didn't expect you to come in and do this. You were just here. So like, I'm like, bet. Like it looks like stuff might happen. My agent said, yo, they might try to move some pieces around to get you to come in for training camp. I'm like, bet. So it was like, yo, they can't do it right now because they already signed. You know, they already signed their guys. People already have guaranteed money, so you can't just sign a guy and just get rid of him. So they're like, okay, bet. We're gonna by like the first week we'll make something shape, but they never did.
Put you on the short list.
Yeah.
Fucking how many times I heard the short list.
Sure, yeah, right. And I was like, all right. Whole time I'm like, bet, but I was like, yeah, it's not going.
Yeah.
First week went by, nothing happened. It was just quiet. And I was like, damn, okay, well, let me start looking for jobs.
For real.
Then you went to the USFL after that.
Yeah.
And then you played that season. You just talked about the grind and the air fryer, and then their season ended at the end of the summer, and then NFL's starting to ramp up, and then camp, you went to the NFL too.
Yeah.
So you went college, draft prep,
college draft prep,
Niners.
Cowboys.
They're in my head still, man. Dang. Cowboys.
Yeah.
And then you played a season, and then you were trying to get ready for the NFL season.
A week went by after the USFL season. I was actually riding a bike down, the trail down here in Clovis? Mm-hmm. That trail? I was riding a bike there. Bro, crazy. I almost broke my leg, bro. Bro, the tire, bro, I guess I can't ride bikes, bro. The tire popped. And, like, I almost flipped over the bike. Nobody saw me, though. I'm literally by myself, bro. I was trying to do something different. Be in nature. I've never done it before. Like, I was like, let me ride a bike today. Bro, almost flipped over, bro. Almost busted my ass. Then, like, literally, like, 5 minutes later, my agent calls me like, yo, Washington wants you to come work out. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, you leave tomorrow. I was like, oh, bet. It's crazy.
Man, thank God I didn't bust my ass
right.
on the bike.
That would have been the worst feeling in the world, man. That's crazy. Yeah.
Talk about that workout, right? The workout at Washington, because I know we've had some. I haven't even talked to you about this. Talk about like the mentality going into that workout, how tough they are, and like kind of like the whirlwind of the 24 hours that are these workouts.
Right. So it's like, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. Or like, I'm calling guys. I asked a lot of guys who are already who's been in the league or who's had workouts. Every team's so different in what they do. Some teams do a full pro day, like 40-yard dash, all that, like a full. I was just praying like the team didn't do that because I was kind of over with all that. Like, O-line I don't want to do a shuttle drill and stuff. Like,
that's basically what draft prep is, right? You just get good at those specific drills.
But some teams do that for their workouts. It's crazy, like. But just was like, I'm gonna just give it my all. Got there. It was 3 of us. I remember this clearly. It was like an old head, an OG, and there was two guys from the USFL. Literally, me from the Stars, and then the other guy was the tackle for the Stallions, which we played in the championship. So it was too much of the better tackles that came out of there. And I was just like, shit, fuck it, I'm gonna just give it my all. And like, I remember we get out there, O-line coach, hard ass, bro, hard ass. The OG went first. He did. I thought he did good. I think it was like a punch drill or something. Punched the shit out of it. O-line coach, what the fuck are you doing? Is that all you got? I'm looking around like, oh fuck. So like, I was able, like, thank God I didn't want to go first on purpose just so I could see how it was gonna go. I was like, all right, bet. So like, I literally, bro, I punched this, like, everything he told us to do. I just did that shit fucking full speed. The workout was no more than 20 minutes. Most tired I've been in my life.
Gassed, bro.
We're holding each other's bag too, so like the guy's fucking trying to. By the time you're off the bag, it's your time to go. It was like, fuck. He telling you like go 10 yards. One guy stopped like right before the 10-yard, and he got on his. I'm like, bro, I went an extra 3 yard. Like, it was just like one of those like, bro, fuck it. Like, if this is the hardest I go in my life, like, fuck it.
I'm about to go grab one of the helmets in there and just get ready to go get jacked.
Bro, no helmets, nothing. Like, just full blows though, like full hits. But like, shit, I guess I did good. And then like, God, bro, one of the coaches came up to me. Oh, son, what's your story? Where are you from? This and the third. I'm like, you don't know where I'm like. Told him my whole thing. He's like, wow, you came out this year? I'm like, yeah, I came out this year. Like, so it just goes to show you, like, I mean, shit, I'm just wasn't on some teams' radars at first. So, but yeah, I definitely like, yeah, I definitely did my shit on that one. I ain't gonna lie.
I remember my first one was in Atlanta, and my rookie year, right after the UFL season, was like the week after, and they flew me out there. And that's a long ass flight, right?
Yeah.
And you get there, and I got there at like 4 a.m. I got to the hotel at 4 a.m.
Oh my
and
God.
I got there. They had a sandwich waiting for me at the front desk, and I had physicals at 6. So I got 2 hours of sleep. I didn't sleep on the plane because I can't sleep on planes. Oh, literally, the dude next to me on the plane is crushing up like some sort of pill. I think it was Vicodin, and snorting it on the plane next to me. I swear to God. And I was like, "What is going on?"
This is plane from
Sac to Atlanta.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And I was like, "What is going on?"
That's
like,
ridiculous.
My big ass sitting in the back of the plane, like coach, because they're not going to put a rookie like free agent.
Bro. The seat I had was horrible.
So like, I get there, I'm like literally drained. Like, go through like the whole physical kind of thing. They take your blood, all this kind of stuff. They run all these tests, and then it's like, all right, noon, run through this workout. And I'm like, zombie, like, dude, that was the worst thing ever, and it was the worst workout of my life. I like tripped over a bag, like man, it was rough, dude.
You know what you would have needed?
I know exactly what I would have needed.
Tell the people if you would have had this, how much better that would have been.
Dude, if I would have had Magic Mind at that time of that workout, I would have been...
Bust it out. Let's take a shot right here. Ooh. For my boy Alex.
State.
So this is the world's first productivity shot. So you're supposed to drink it every single day because it's healthy. We're on our health kick. Me and Kenny are trying to be the best versions of ourselves, but also the healthiest because we've played, so our bodies are kind of jacked up. So we do a lot of stuff. So it's got the matcha for the energy. That's where the green tea comes from, or that's where the caffeine comes from. But then it's got all these mushrooms, and it's got Kenny's favorite word. Kenny, what does it have?
Ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
Oh, we got that ashwagandha?
Yeah, it's got that ashwagandha.
Okay, I need that ashwagandha.
It's got that lion's mane mushroom, some other mushrooms.
Oh, this is performance.
So basically, it takes the caffeine and it like lets it go all day, but then you don't get amped because it's got the ashwagandha and the lion's mane mushrooms to keep you from getting anxious. Because people get anxiety. Some people take pre-workout and they just have like straight up anxiety.
Okay.
With this, it'll bring you on down and lock it in. You guys want to do a shot?
Yeah,
you
Let's
in?
do it. Why not?
I like the taste.
Yeah,
the first ever.
Good too.
One sip. Everybody knows the rules. Magic Mind. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ain't bad, right?
That was really good, dude.
So the thing is, they say is get it all in you. Get it all in you. So they say that it's good to drink it with your morning coffee because it just helps the caffeine. It helps all that. We got our boy Mike onto it, who he runs Fresno Street Eats, and he made a video today. It was so funny. He's like, let's see if this Magic Mind works. The boys at 1 Degree, said that this works. So I'm gonna try it. And he drinks it. He's like, I went to the gym early. I've been dragging ass. And then he goes, and then he sends us this video. He goes, I've been trying to get this printer to work for 3 months. I finally got it to print. It must be the Magic Mind.
Did he pour it on a printer or something?
Probably. If you guys want to try it yourself, remember, magicmind.com/1 degree. Use promo code 1degree20. Make sure you order the 30-day subscription if you want to take it every single day. 15 bottle subscription is going to be a little bit cheaper, but there's 30 days, so just get the 30-day one. Magicmind.com/1 degree, 1degree20, and go to Mayweather, Alpha Lit Lights.
Just do it.
That's it. Plug it in. All right, we're back. What do you think of the taste, though? Honestly,
No, honestly, it was good. I thought it was gonna be like
I like the taste.
I thought it was gonna have like an aftertaste, but it's just smooth.
It's that ashwagandha.
The ashwagandha.
Can you spell it?
Nope. Nope.
Doesn't it got a D in there somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, I spelled it the other day without even looking.
No, he looked at his computer the whole time.
Yeah, it was for the audio listeners only.
Spell it again.
That's what I did last night. I tried to spell. I was like, man, was it the best in school? That's why I'm here trying to make it outside,
Yeah, thanks.
All right, back to the work. So, what do you think of... okay, wait. First of all, let's go back. Where were you born?
I was born in Los Angeles.
Born in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. Both parents Nigerian blood runs through me for sure.
YDN.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, born and raised there?
Mm-hmm. Specifically Carson, California.
Yeah. You went to UCLA out of high school.
Mm-hmm. Narbonne. Shout out Narbonne High School. The Bond. Straight to UCLA. Shouting out everybody.
Chip Kelly recruited you, or he wasn't there yet?
Jim Moore. Jim Moore recruited me. He's at UConn now. I love Jim Moore. One of my favorite coaches.
So he recruited you. He was your coach, and then Chip Kelly came in.
It was Clem first, then Hank.
Oh, then Hank.
Yeah, coach. Yeah.
So his one of his coaches at UCLA was one of my coaches in Detroit.
Great coach.
Oh,
dude.
Yeah,
great coach.
So you guys got ties going all over the place, huh?
Bro, everywhere. Bro, I've had so many coaches, bro. That's why I'm so used. I'm telling you, all the trials make sense now because it's like I can be coached by any type of coach. I've literally had 6-7 coaches. Every year I have a new coach, so it's like
and you learn something different from each coach.
Exactly. So I've been able to. That's why I'm able to learn fast and stuff because I just pick things that work from different coaches and stuff like that. So
how important it is, do you think, like to be coachable, to where you have like the old heads and stuff that know their strengths and they stick to it, to where the coaches kind of just let them do it because that's so and so. But then as a rookie coming in, do you try to just do every single thing that they say with keeping your strengths in the back of your mind, or do you just do what they say no matter what because you're trying to make the team?
I'm not gonna lie. The first year, I was just doing what the coach said, just because I just wanted him to know that I'm coachable. Even though in the back of your head, you know, like O-line is based on who you are, body type wise, who you are, like what you're good at. So it's like, you know what you like to do. If you want to angle set, you're gonna angle set. If you want to jump guys, you're gonna jump guys. One hand, two hand, vertical. Like, you know what you're good at. But like that year, I really got out of my comfort zone. I did nothing that I like even the stuff we worked on, like it was just the complete opposite. And I was like, well, I'm gonna just do it because first it'll help me out and it'll just give me another tool. So it just gave me another tool to work on, but also like I just wanted to show them like I can be coachable. And when you're undrafted guys, that's like you have to show that you're coachable. Maybe for first round guys, you can a little bit different, but like, yeah, I just want to be coachable. Second year, I had a little bit more freedom, and then now I was picking and choosing what I wanted, what I was good at, and what I needed to do for this particular person or play. So it's like.
Do they kind of teach you to do that? Do they kind of teach you to learn on your own? Because like in baseball, they have all the tools, but like if you don't learn on your own and you don't develop a strength and you don't go show out, smell you. There's 180 guys left in the minor leagues. There's 25 guys in the big leagues. All these guys trying to make it. If you don't perform, you're done. Like they're there to help you, but if you don't learn yourself and just go perform, I mean, they're just like basically.
Bro, we're grown. We're all grown now, bro. It's not like college or high school, bro. You're grown, so at the end of the day, you gotta figure it out. So they'll give you like stuff to do, but like, bro, if you're not like staying after and doing your own stuff and learning, different stuff, that's on you. So definitely was just like, you gotta keep learning on your own. Like you get to like you learn to be your own coach at the end of the day. You've seen as many reps as possible, bro. You can literally see your film and be like, I need to do this on this, I need to do that on that. Okay, like. So at a certain point, you start coaching yourself.
You just learn from putting the reps in.
It's
I think that's hard. We've talked about it as like a younger player. You don't really know what to do. You're always trying to figure it out. And as you've put in the years and you've messed up, you've had success, you've failed, you've had success. You learn what works for you, and you can look at film and be like, "Oh, I need to do that. Just step a little bit there." Oh, when I'm pitching, it's like that ball needs to be a little bit higher, or I can see that break. He's not going to swing at that. Like. You can see it instantly and fix it. Yeah. To where when you're just looking to look at stuff and you don't even know what you're looking for, you're just basically wasting time. Yeah. And then it's like you're not really getting better. Like the hours you put in over and over, the easier it is to get better and better.
The best coaches that I've had are the ones that highlight individual players' strengths and then put them in the cohesive group. Yes. Right? That is the best way to kind of, in my eyes, like play offensive line, and especially because it's like five guys
at the pro level. All sports at the pro level. Yes. When you're younger, do what the coach says because you don't know. 100%. At the pro level.
But this is what the coaches are saying, right? This is like what the coaches are saying. Like, like we have a certain way we do things, and like we have a certain like mentality or a certain, I guess, rhythm as a whole. But when you're on your own, you go ball out on your own. Like. If Alex is the slides away from him, he's one-on-one. Go win.
Yeah. As long as the job gets done.
As long as the job gets done, just go out there and win. But if like Alex has a slide to him, he's got to help the guard out or whatever it is. Like that's just how the best coaches go. It can't be like, oh, everybody has to set vertical every single time. Like that's the hard part. Like where these older coaches have such hard heads because they like, okay, this worked one time. Like it's gonna work every single time if they just do it like this. But it's offensive line especially is not a cookie cutter position because you have guys like myself who's 6'7", I play guard, and a guy next to me who's 6'3" that plays guard. And I'm gonna play so much different than that guy's gonna play. And Alex is gonna play different than I'm gonna play at tackle. Like it's just what it is. Nice. And getting like all five of those people to be on the same page, that's the hard part. And highlighting their strengths. That is the hard part to kind of get and figure out as an O-line coach.
I think that's where like we're kind of seeing the transition now.
100%. There's
like
a transition.
It's clear as day now with like just the older the old heads of like coaching, like in their mentalities compared to the younger guys. It's like they're slowly kind of getting moved to the side because like now it's like like exactly what you said, like the freedom to like do what makes sense compared to like this is it. Straight line, this is what we're doing, and you have to do it. And if you don't do it, you will not be here. Compared to like, I'm gonna give you all the tools, different tools to get the job done. Whichever one works for you, and you get the job done, you get the job done. And
fits in the group.
Yeah, if it makes sense.
Fits in the group and it makes sense, then we'll like talk about it.
Yeah.
I've had guys, my coach in Detroit, he was my favorite coach of all time. Mm-hmm. He would teach like multiple different ways.
Are you talking about Fraley? Or?
No, I'm talking about Fraley was the assistant. So it was Jeff Davidson was the head guy, and then Fraley was the assistant.
Okay, that makes sense then.
But he would teach like a step, like the same block, but different footwork for different people. So I'm like, because this way worked better for this guy, and this way worked better for me. But if the job is getting done and I'm better at stepping this way and this guy's better at stepping this way, as long as it gets done and it works together as a whole, then it doesn't matter.
No, facts.
And like, I don't know, I felt like it was way better because it's giving the player confidence.
Yes.
Because he's not like saying, "Oh, I hate stepping like this." Right. So now he's like, not even having to think about it. He can just go out there and play.
And you're playing free.
You're playing
fast.
You're playing
at a position where you have to now.
Yeah,
bro. The guys are quick as shit and big as fuck.
The defensive line is changing the game of football. It is. They are so good now.
They're athletes.
Unbelievable.
Just watch the combine, bro.
It is.
They have the best numbers, better than some
and they're
corners and receivers
pounds.
And running backs. It's crazy, bro.
Dude, it's nuts. The defensive line is the biggest freaks in the world.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Size, strength, speed, all that kind of stuff. They're the biggest freaks in the world.
That's what Kenny was saying. He's like, you have me trying to block the 1% of the 1% of the freaks of nature on this earth, and he's like, you can't block them. You just have to keep them away from the quarterback long enough to where they can't sack them. Like sometimes that's just like how it is.
Nah, definitely, yeah, that's definitely it. I mean, shoot, I had to block Chase Young and Montez Sweat last year, but honestly, it got me way better though.
Dude,
it got me so much better. But like those guys, bro. They some ballers, bro. Huge.
They say iron sharpens iron for sure for a reason, a and like that's the truth. Like my first 2 years, I was Terrell Suggs and
was he just straight bull rush or what?
Have you heard his story about Suggs the very first day that he met him?
I think you told me.
I did. I'm sure I did. I'll tell you another time. We won't do it again.
He had to let him know who the
king of the jungle was.
Yeah, king of the jungle was.
It does go. It's like that. Man. It's definitely like that.
I was listening to a podcast with Rob Gronkowski, and he was talking about how Terrell Suggs was one of like the hardest people that he ever had to go up with. And number one is because he would talk so much trash. And he would talk so much trash the week leading up. And then it would just piss people off. And he was so good that he'd get you out of your game. And he was like hard to block. It was part of his whole thing. He talked trash before. He said, I'm going to take your head off. And then it makes you want to beat him so much more. And he's doing it all on purpose, right? Like he's just chirping to get like something out of you so that you take you out of your comfort zone. And then when you're already like super good at it, then it makes it.
All right, let's stop talking about that guy. I fucking hate him.
All right, you were talking earlier about like how good these defensive linemen are English hard. How much faster is the NFL than even like the USFL, and then how much faster is that than college? Is it like pretty crazy stuff?
So college. First, I'll say it's more a mental difference. I think it's more of a mental difference each level. That's the one. There is a speed difference, but I'll say primarily there's a mental difference. The gap from the mentality gap is completely different. From college to the league, the speed gap is different, but like I feel like it's not unbearable. Like
you just have to.
You're an athlete too, to an extent, and there's ways you can put yourself in good positions. obviously snap counts and stuff like that, just getting out of your stance. But, like, for me, I think the mentality is completely – that's where I was like, okay, this ain't college no more, bro. Where you could just take the same set over and over and just hug guys or just punch a guy and it's like, all right, I'm just bigger than you. So it's like, I'm good, especially, like Mountain West ball. But, like, in the league, it's like, bro, these guys are setting – like, it's really boxing. These guys are setting up rushes for the fourth quarter. Like, these guys are – their twist games don't look the same. Everything looks there. These rushes, the steps, the hands, the eyes are looking like there's so many different like things that you have to pay attention to compared to college. It was just like, oh, he's wide. Oh, there's a three. Oh, twist game. Or it's like, okay, this guy's fast. But like these guys, yeah, there's a lot. Like they're countering to counter. It's like in college, if you get your hands on somebody, the play's about done. In the league, if you catch somebody, you still didn't win. He's gonna counter you. Then you got to counter to counter to counter. It's like I would say mentality wise is where I like see the biggest difference when people ask me.
So you have to think faster. You don't necessarily.
Yeah, you have to think faster. You don't. Yes, there's guys. Trent Brown.
Yeah, they don't move fast at all,
dude.
Andrew Whitworth when he was playing.
No, they don't. Like you don't have to move. Like you'll see the film and it's like. They're going against fast guys, but like they're taking their good steps. They just know exactly where to be because they know the game and who they are. So like I said, the speed is faster, but it's not to a point where it's just like, yo, this is like crazy. It's like you can still get to your spots. Your technique will always like take you home. But like USFL was like very top heavy. Like you got your guys that were like bounce backs from the league. Those were like obviously good guys, but like there was no middle ground of like in the league, everybody going against a third stringer good. Yeah. The league was like, okay, you got a guy who played for the Browns here, and maybe like a few other guys, but it's like, okay, the rest of these guys are just like, okay.
Yeah, I always said with like transitioning to the NFL, like you block NFL guys in college, you do, like you do, but every guy in the NFL is an NFL guy.
Yeah.
So it's like the consistency of it, the like mentality of saying like, I can't take a play off. I can't like do this stuff because if I do, I'm gonna get beat and I'm gonna look like shit. Like that's the difference that was the biggest difference for me mentally. Like you said, like that flipping that switch in my head where it was like, all right, I have to be on every single play because like Mountain West whack or whatever it was, like you knew like okay, there were some dudes and then it was like okay, this dude from Idaho, like I'm gonna get my hands on him and he ain't going anywhere. Right, like, that's just what it is.
It's over. Yeah.
But then there's a dude from Reno who was running a 4.3 and got drafted in the second round. Like, okay, like that was a guy I had to block. But now everybody at the NFL is that guy running the 4.3 off the edge. So it's like that's the kind of switch that you have to make.
The schemes are just better too. Yeah. Like the DCs and just the schemes are better. So now you got a lot of stuff you're looking at compared to like in college. It's just like, oh, slide here.
Yep.
You might get a plug or a blitzer off the edge. Maybe a cat or something, but like the league is like they do a really good job of like hiding their schemes, showing one thing, bringing the next, and you have to stay in tune with, your center. Sometimes it depends what team you have. Quarterback calls everything, center calls everything. Like you just gotta. There's a lot of things you gotta have more. Like there's a bigger checklist in your mind.
So you're basically going from playing checkers to chess.
Oh, without a doubt, no doubt, without a doubt.
And then you have to pick it up so much faster as a rookie, right?
Yeah.
Is it rare for like a rookie offensive lineman to come in and start?
No.
Like as like a high round draft pick, no, but I think that it's very hard for them to come in and start. Like physically, mentally, like
because it seems like it's
tough, bro.
You can do it, but
I've seen some first round picks, like really good people end up being really good players.
Yeah,
come in and struggle.
It takes time, bro.
Struggle. It's tough. Like the center for the Lions, Frank Ragnow, all pro. He's a beast, right? He's like best center in the league behind Jason Kelsey. Second team all pro. His first year they put him at guard and he was swimming out there. Like
it's just because the mental game is so fast. Like it just speeds up on you mentally.
You don't have a lot of time to like acclimate towards the NFL where it's the playbook, all that stuff. I
think it's the playbook, bro.
I think
the longer season, the tougher like having to do all that kind of stuff. Like that takes a toll on people, and and now he's one of the best in the NFL. But his rookie year, like he'll even say, like he was struggling, like DeForest Buckner gave him like a fit against San Francisco. And he was like, DeForest was calling him like Highway 77, like it's open, like
he's pointing because he literally lives right over here. That's why.
Right, like so it was rough, but
I was thinking about this too. Is like the NFL, you guys practice, train, video, watch, and then you have a game. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no, you guys, have like preseason, but it's still like you get thrown into
preseason's in training camp.
Yeah,
like it's literally. Oh, you're in training camp. By the way, we have a game on fucking Sunday. Like,
so it's practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, full pads. Maybe a light day Friday, game Saturday.
Yeah, and you learn the most. Yeah, and you learn the most in the games, right? Yeah. So for baseball, your guys' spring training, we're doing that before not even your spring ball. Your guys' is like camp is like what we're doing to get ready before we go to spring training. Spring training is just games. Right. Like you're literally throwing you in there and you're playing games. You're only going to throw a few innings if you're a starter for your first outing, and then you're going to build. But the last few games are as fast and like season-like games as you can get. And then you go to your city where you play from spring training, Arizona or Florida, and then you play 3 or 4 more games against another opponent before the season starts. So we're playing 30 to 40 live games before the real games start. You guys show up week 1, here you go, figure it out. And like as a rookie, I'm sure that's hard because you don't get practice games. You guys can't have practice games, right? No.
Like, or there's a lot of teams or a lot of guys that wanted to cut down the preseason.
I know.
But it's like, guys like us, it's like, bro, I need those games. Yeah. Like, I literally need those games. Plus, you got joint practices, too. So you have a joint practice.
What are those like? Because you're...
boy.
Because you're, like, playing a game, but it's practice. So they could just stop any play and, like, coach it up, right? What's that like?
Technically, but...
a lot of situations,
I'm sure, like, I'm sure each team runs it different. Like, the head coaches get together.
Yeah, they get together. But, testosterone... It's really just a testosterone day, bro.
Is there a lot of fights in those?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I just remember watching the video of DeAndre Hopkins and chirping somebody, and then he like runs a route and dude blows out his knee. It's like the biggest flex ever.
That shit's real shit, bro. I had my first joint practice this last year. We went against Baltimore. Yeah, that shit was like. That was some game day shit. Like,
what is it? Just because everybody's got like this,
you can feel it, bro.
Energy, like people are just excited, flying around.
The first time you get to hit somebody new, right? Like you've been hitting the same dudes, and like you've been around each other since April, like same kind of thing. But now it's like, all right, like that's still my teammate. Like you can go like that's still your teammate, but now like this dude on the other side of the ball in a different color jersey, different color helmet, like. You could turn up a little bit more on this guy, right? Like you don't want to finish a dude like into your linebacker's legs or whatever. Yeah. But fuck the other team, like
But I think what makes it crazy is because it's like it's not starters versus starters. No. It's like all the guys trying to fight for a spot. So it's like, okay, this is the time I'm going to make it be known. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Like I think that's where like the testosterone's built up,
and the confidence comes too, because it's like when you're out there and you're like, all right, I'm a second or third team dude, right? Yeah. I'm a second or third team dude, but I'm going against the Commanders' starting defense.
Yes.
So you're like, I'm supposed to lose. Yeah. I'm supposed to, not supposed to, but like they're looking at me like I'm a third. Like this is ones versus twos and threes. So it's like. They're supposed to be. This is a defensive period. This is they're trying to win, right? Now you go out there and you're like, "Hey, I'm going against this other team's twos and threes. I gotta show whose dick is bigger. Yeah. And I gotta go out there and fucking put my shit on the table and go. Like that's the truth. Like, so it's like I'm better than this 100%. So I should be with the ones. Like that's.
So are the ones like the starters and the ones like the guys that have the solidified spots? Are they just playing like a quarter and then they go sit, or how does that work?
That's because games. Yes.
You don't want. Yeah. You don't want those guys out there with somebody trying to earn a spot. That's just
joint practice kind of like that too. They still go at it, but like after a while, it's like it's really the twos and the threes and the fours like just going at it. It's really the like for O-line, it's really the one-on-ones, bro.
One-on-ones.
Yeah, you're just trying to win that.
Oh boy, it's crazy. It's a battle.
Go win.
What is something you didn't know about the NFL that the average person doesn't know about the NFL, so you didn't know until you got there?
I'm gonna let him go. I gotta think.
What's something new, Kenny?
Something I didn't know.
Something that like the average person doesn't know about the NFL that you didn't know about the NFL until you got there.
When I got there, when I signed
like it can be anything.
Yeah,
like,
this is
whatever.
for sure. When you hear like the word like practice squad, right? You hear practice squad, you think it's like a whole team, right? A whole entire like squad of dudes. When I first got into the league, it was only 8 people on the P squads. So like,
and you're just there as extra bodies for practice.
You're basically on the team. You're just not getting paid like you're on the team.
Like you're like on the sidelines. You travel. You do everything.
You do everything. You just don't dress.
You just can't play in the game.
So how the NFL kind of works is 53 men on a roster, 43 or 46 dress, or 47 dress now,
something like
that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so 6 active dudes don't dress for games either.
Right.
So they're right there with you with the P squad.
Yeah.
So like. Now the P squad's 16 guys or whatever it is, and vets can be
and
on
they
it
can
now.
go up and down, right?
Yeah, they go up and down. There's a whole bunch of new rules that happened with COVID. But when I first got there, I was like, man, like 90-man roster, like to get down to 53, and then hopefully I'm one of those 8. So that's only 61 spots out of the 90.
I think I thought that too. Like practice squad was like a whole different team,
right?
Like I honestly thought. This was when I was a kid. When I got older, I kind of figured. I thought that there was a practice offense and a practice defense, and you just went against them because you don't want to go against your own guys.
That's what I thought too. And then I got there, and they're like, "Oh no, like there's only 8 spots on the practice squad." And I'm like, 8 O lineman spots?
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, 8 total." So it's like 1 O lineman, 1 like receiver, 1 DB, like 1 linebacker,
it's
1
it's
D
more
lineman.
now. Shoot.
Yeah, it's it's good. Like it keeps people in the league.
Absolutely.
It's like if you think about it, 53 out of the 90, and then you get plus 16. That's like what is 80?
I'm not good at math.
83, whatever, 89.
Did you graduate from UCLA?
79, and then you have like a few IR people too that happen. So it's like you got to be really one of those bad dudes to get cut.
You basically have to make the team.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what like practice squad. You're still on the team.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, it's and they're getting paid a lot more too. Where it's great,
it's a lot
but
huh?
yeah, a lot because that was only $5,000 a game when I was a rookie.
And now they're like paid more.
Yeah, like the vets get like 18 or something like that a week. What was your weekly P squad money? It's like
weekly
$9,000 now, $9,000 now, $8,000 now, 12.
I think it's 12.
Yeah, something like that. See, like so it's like double now. Like so
it's 12.
Which is cool, which is great for them. But I didn't know it was that like. I still have to do all the work. Still have to do everything.
You're really doing more.
For sure, you're doing more, and then you're not getting the benefits from it, which at least you're still there. You have a job. You're working. Your foot is in the door.
So even now, sorry for cutting you off. Even now with the P squad, it was probably like that too. Well, it wasn't because everybody's check got cut off after the season, right? That's how it was when y'all did it. Like after the last game, that was.
Yeah.
So now,
you guys get spread out.
53 roster spread out through 32 weeks of the year, which I would like, and then, but P squad is just when season's over, you're done.
Yeah, because you're like week to week contract.
So like now it's just like shit. Like you have your money saved up, but like you never want to just see red. Just leave your account for like half the year until you go back into season. Mm-hmm. But I'll say the thing that like I noticed in the league. Is just like the media. I feel like the media coverage just wasn't like it's not as like amped up as I thought it was compared to like ESPN. Like sitting on the couch in the morning and stuff like First Take or like you see ESPN, certain news breaking, certain this breaking, and then like you go into the locker room and it's just like everybody's just doing it's like it's not like at least in the maybe it's just me, but like it doesn't look like it's that. Deep in the like when you're in the locker room, like certain things of like, oh, this guy said this, but it's like, bro, the guys ain't like I don't know, maybe it's just not. It's more amped up when you see it.
Well, they gotta find something to talk about,
right?
Too.
Right. But like you think it would be a big thing, like oh, the people would ask me all the time with certain things, like even like so the Commanders we had trouble with our last owner, right? Yeah, and like it was so much big news here and there, this and this, and people ask me.
But in the locker room, it was nothing.
We're like, bro, I never met, bro. I don't. We don't talk about him. We don't. Like,
that was the biggest thing that I noticed exactly what you said. I'd watch it on TV. I got this idea of what it is, and sports fans have this idea of what it is. And then when you get there, like, this is not it.
Bro, we're not.
Or like I'm watching it, like especially in like spring training, I'd see them talk. I'd see an interview, and then what they're saying about this dude, and he's literally sitting right next to me.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not the guy that they're talking about, like on screen. So like that's how I knew. And this was like. And then we have meetings in spring training talking about how you answer questions, how to avoid the media, this and this. And then like that's when I was really like, man, like what's on TV is not real.
Nah,
like it is not.
It's definitely
not real.
Definitely. Yeah, but they need something to talk about. So
it's entertainment, right? Yeah. Like at the end of the day, if the football game is not entertaining, you're gonna get the fans complaining, "Oh, that game sucked."
We're just entertainers. That's
just
all
entertainers. Just entertainers. Are you ready for some entertainment?
Oh, let's do it.
All right. Pressure's on you. You ready to go? We'll rock and roll. He's getting ready. All right, listen.
What's going
on? Okay. Hey, don't be looking now. All right.
It's questions?
All right. How we end this?
I don't. Please
How
explain.
we end this? 10 questions. You have 1 minute. They're very easy to answer.
1 minute each?
1 minute to answer 10 questions.
All right.
But Kenny is going to rank you on a scale of 1 to 10. He uses decimal points. He's a pretty tough grader. He's going to evaluate how fast you answered it.
Okay.
And how good you answered it, and if it was like
subjective towards me.
Exactly.
Are they one word answers or it's like
could be very very basic easy.
Is this
stuff.
like a subject matter? Like what's the subject?
Everything.
Nope.
Oh, it's just random.
So you just got
okay. All right.
Whatever pops into your head. Okay. Whatever pops into your head, you answer it. All right.
Nervousness.
Izzy, you on the time?
I'm not nervous. I just
we need
our
last couple were below 5, so we're gonna need a big performance out of you.
All right.
You nervous? Pressure's on. Let's go.
I'm nervous. I'm locked
Izzy,
in.
give me a countdown. 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3.
Other than football, what is your favorite sport?
Basketball.
If you could eat only one thing all day, every day, what would it be?
Jello fries with dodo, chicken stew.
Most famous contact in your phone.
Most famous contact in my phone.
Say Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny, I guess.
If you were a potato, how would you like to be cooked?
Fried.
3 things you're bringing with you on a deserted island.
My phone. Phone. Music's on the phone, so I don't know. Phone. That's all I really need.
Team you hate the most in all of sports. Come on.
I don't like the Yankees. I don't like the Celtics.
Oh, he's going.
And football, I'm gonna just leave that out because I really.
What's your favorite non-sports movie?
Django.
Dinner with a sports star, dead or alive. Who is it with, and what are you eating?
Kobe, and we're eating steaks. Kobe steaks, probably.
If you were a stripper, what would your stripper name be?
Bulu.
Taylor Swift or Michael Jackson?
Nigerian Nightmare.
Taylor Swift or Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, good answer. That's it. How do you do on time, Izzy? 1:19. Okay, so do the math. That's 18. So.
Oh, y'all do deductions?
0.4 off.
Come on, dog.
Overall,
I said 1 minute.
Yeah, I thought y'all was just gonna stop me like, yo, time's up.
No, you got.
But there was some laughs. There were some laughs in there.
It was. You had a couple good ones. Okay, so we gotta go to the judges. Izzy, are we taking the first stripper name or the second stripper name?
Second stripper name.
Okay, second stripper name.
Okay.
So what was that?
Nigerian Nightmare.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. What's the score, Kenny?
You got to break it down. What's your food that you just told me?
JoJo.
It's a Nigerian staple.
Is it that like the?
It's like a red rice.
Okay.
Dodo is fried plantain.
Okay.
So that's like the side. Then you have chicken, or it could be like assorted meats or goat meat. It doesn't matter. Just a protein, and then you put like red. You could put like red stew on top.
What's the like
fufu? So I was gonna say fufu. Everybody says fufu. I could have said that.
You on that fufu lane shit?
I want to try that shit.
Bro, come on. There's a place nearby.
Let's go.
We'll go.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Let's go.
All
it's
right.
not spicy, is it? Kenny can't do spicy.
It can be.
Oh, Kenny.
I can do it. I like spice.
I love spicy.
I just sweat.
That's right.
All right, let's go. Give us a score, man. Come on.
Wasn't the best. And you got
I'm not gonna lie,
you got
dude, it wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't very
It
good.
wasn't?
No.
We had somebody do it in like 48 seconds, and every answer was like booming.
Perfect.
Okay.
It's okay. The magic mind hasn't kicked in yet. It's all right.
Damn. Started off strong with basketball.
Okay.
Start off strong.
Man, I honestly
The desert island gets people. Yeah, the contact.
Yeah.
The
if you just say Kenny Wiggins, he freaking gives
No,
you
because I was really
high
trying to
score.
think. I don't even think I have any famous people. I don't know.
You know,
I have a lot of football guys, but I mean,
famous
they're just,
guys?
but they're just like those are friends, bro.
But they're
Like,
famous people.
But I don't
Yeah,
think
it is.
I don't think of them as that,
Yeah,
like
it is
personally.
weird, yeah.
If that makes sense.
Honestly, a stripper name it goes a whole point for me.
All right. I'm gonna go.
You know, because
I'm gonna
I could see him getting into it and feeling it because of the name. Like he wants to like impress. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Wait, so the damn.
All right.
Sorry, we'll give you a second.
Let's go. I'm gonna go. You're gonna like this one. 6.2.
Is that good?
You know why?
Why?
What do you think, bro? 6.2.
Oh, my number.
It's right around there.
Oh, here we
No,
go.
it's right around there though. It was right around there. 6.2.
6'2". You know,
Not great.
You know,
What's the leader in
I
the
hate that
clubhouse?
number.
Is he 8?
8.4 or something like that.
No, I was thinking high 8s.
8.7s. 8.7.
Dr. B, doesn't it?
Yeah. Dr. B, his was.
Of
his
course,
was good.
Dr.
His was
Dr.
fast.
B was fast. That's just
Yeah.
who he is.
It was good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
It was good.
efficiency.
I know.
Yeah.
Shout out
That's
Dr.
it.
B.
Shout out Dr. B,
just
man.
Yeah. We're
Shout
gonna
out.
put the leaderboard up
got-
there. Kenny, that's
Am
not
I
gonna
even?
work.
Am I like top 5?
$5 street.
He just put a
Wait,
piece
so
of
do you
paper.
ask the same questions or
Same questions?
so the
So
dessert?
people can cheat,
Okay, the cheat.
but we like
We should
we
change
like
them
change
up,
it.
though. We
Yeah,
should change them
So-
we change them a little bit.
so
like,
the deserted island. What was a good answer for that? I don't.
what did Marcus had a good one. Walden, his was pretty quick.
I don't know. What's
They've all been the
what's
same.
his name? Said his phone, a boat, and an engine to get off.
Oh.
Somebody said like their girl.
Yeah.
No, Isaiah said a chopper.
Oh, a chopper. Yeah, so we can go back and forth. Isaiah's was good.
Isaiah was good.
Yeah, Isaiah's was actually really good.
He was glitter cheeks.
Glitter cheeks.
But don't I get
He answered it quick.
don't
too.
I get points for simplicity?
Yeah, hey, let me, dude. Over 5 is
yeah,
a
over
good
5,
score.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
bad.
We've had a lot
It's not
under
bad.
5, so over 5
Pinelli,
is pretty good.
Greg Pinelli,
Mhm.
trash.
Yeah, I know.
There's overtime in season 2.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Oh yeah, you are. You're actually the best.
6'2".
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know I hate that number, right?
Whatever.
Get you another number.
No, I'm
buy
gonna keep it. It's like a reminder.
Of your-
You
that
know
you're
how it
grinding.
goes, bro. When you pop into the team, they just give you like the bottom guy just get a number.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that was the number I
I
got.
had my number taken
how it
from me
is.
one year.
Oh, for
Not
real.
even bought or anything.
That was number 66. I was
my
so high up
goodness,
there.
bro.
I was 72. I always wanted to be number 72 because my basketball number was
Thank
2.
you, I just
Love
got
2,
Yeah, I
right?
love 75, but I think I'm gonna keep 72 for like my whole career.
62.
There you go.
I mean 62, just
Yeah.
just to remind myself like
Hell yeah.
where I came
Legit.
from and like
I always picked
yeah.
79. I picked 79 at the end of my career. So I was like, I'm almost like a tight end.
One number off.
One number
was
off.
that was
That was
the
my
reason.
mentality.
Oh, my gosh. Well, we're gonna end it on that. Alex, appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you
Awesome
guys.
stuff. Really good
YDN.
insight.
YDN,
Make
hey,
sure
YDN.
you-
Make sure you
YDN,
follow
YDN.
YDN. We need to get into that.
It's cool.
Yeah, what is
We
it?
will.
What's YDN?
Young
Good plug.
Young, determined Nigerians. We make Afro beats. It's 3 of us. Search us on any streaming platform: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, anything. YDN. If you want to put the music in or anything, you have permission. Yeah, just press shuffle, and I promise you, the song will pick you.
That's good.
Yeah.
And what's your Instagram?
Instagram is YDN King Bulu, BULU.
That's it. Give him a follow on Instagram. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends about it. This one's a banger. So
Tune in to this season 2, this next coming season, because he's
Yeah,
gonna.
tune in. Hey,
Yeah.
we got some stuff popping off,
he's
man.
gonna be-
New owner, new coach, new GM, new everything. So it's looking really good.
I believe in this guy for sure.
that's
Appreciate
it.
you.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Follow us on Instagram, 1 Degree TP. Until next time, Izzy, hit us with that theme music.
I don't even know.
He does,
I was like, yeah, what's the theme music?